What's happening, y'all? This is Todd Wilson with Elevate Your Game. We're here today with our special guest, head coach Steve Tolbert of Campbell Hall School of Sherman Oaks, California, correct?
Studio City.
Same thing. If you know the Valley, it's pretty much the same thing. Studio City, California.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
We're here at the Core Prep Fall Classic, our annual event where we're celebrating our core alumni with their current varsity teams in a competition, a showcase. Today, the day is brought to you by Barcode. Thank you, Barcode, for supporting us. Nice new performance drink. Okay, different flavors. Check it out. Also, thank you, Chick-fil-A, for providing the food, and Jersey Mike's as well over in Mission Hills for providing food as well. We're looking at an amazing day. You guys play Crespi today.
Yes.
Solid matchup.
Yes.
Gold Coast against Mission League. We always love those events. So just want to hop into it, get to know you a little better, let the audience know who you are. So my first question is always this. When did you fall in love with basketball?
Yeah. The honest answer is I don't know. Been loving it for as long as I can remember. My first love, I tell my wife that all the time. She has feelings about that, but she understands. I don't remember exactly when my pops put the ball in my hand, but ever since he did, I can't do anything else. I can't think about anything else.
No, I think that's awesome to know when you talk about the passion for the game as a coach, knowing when you fell in love with it. Every coach has a different history, story, experience with the game. Some played a lot, some played a little. And it's always good to know that what sparked that joy. And it sounds like your pops is the one who did that,
Yes.
that personal relationship with his love for the game and passing that on to you, creating a legacy and that you're putting back into these kids on a day-to-day basis. So that's awesome. So what are you excited most about this season for your program and the group of kids that you have?
Man, I think for this season, just to have fun, to enjoy the ride. I think so many times in life we're results oriented and just really focusing on the process. I know that's the catchphrase, trust the process, but just really embracing the journey of it all, the ups, the downs, the wins, the losses. And I think flipping the losses into lessons is exciting. Obviously, we don't want to lose, but I think sometimes you can learn more in a loss than in a win. But one of the things that one of our mantras this year is win ugly. So just whatever that takes, just make winning plays, because it's those winning plays within the game. It's not that last play at the end of the game. It's all the plays that lead up to it. So just really excited about the journey. It's a great group of boys. They play hard. They play for each other. They're starting to really come together, which is exciting to see firsthand. So just the whole journey of it is what I'm excited for.
No, awesome. We've had many discussions over the last few months just about coaching and that perspective. And it sounds like, like you said, it's, basketball is a reflection of life and building those character skills. Like you said, win ugly. In life, it has to be like that. Things aren't going your way, but you have to figure a way to overcome and tackle that next obstacle that comes in life. And you're teaching that through basketball. So that's awesome to see. We often tell our kids to develop, right, and get better. As a coach, what did you develop over the last year, and how are you implementing that into your program and your team this year?
Yeah, I think getting back to what I know works in terms of producing winning basketball, being my authentic self. Did a lot of self-reflection this spring. Our season ended not the way we wanted. We missed the playoffs, which obviously is not a goal, but I think it helped to refocus everybody. And, when speaking about myself, just really thought about what could I be doing differently to get the most out of myself, out of my staff, out of the players. And when I really, did those reflections, those looks in the mirror, it was you got to be you, and you got to be comfortable being you. And I think if I'm myself, it gives the boys license to be themselves. And that's something that we're talking about this year as well. Another theme for us this year is bring your own ego. And not an arrogance, but a confidence, and just understanding that that's what makes people who they are. So just being myself.
Absolutely. Now, hopping into getting to know you a little better,
Yes, sir.
I have a thing called My Rushmore. Okay, I
Yes.
want to know your top 4 people. Who's going to be on your Mount Rushmore of coaches?
Yeah, that one. So I'm going to go with Phil Jackson. Um, I'm going to go with Pop, Coach K, and John Thompson. When I was really just thinking about who I want on that list, who do I want up there, um, to me, it's not so much about the X's and O's. Those are all people that I look at as master motivators, master teachers. And yeah, they've got great plays, and that's great. And you need those to win. You got to be able to execute. But those are guys that get the most out of their guys. And I wish, honestly, that there was more black coaches that I could think of to put on that list. But I feel like black coaches are really starting to get their shine and their just due. So it'll be cool to see over these next, 10, 20 years who out of the black coaches, people feel like belong up there. But I think John Thompson, just from what he did at a school like Georgetown, where he had people thinking that Georgetown was an HBCU at one point. And obviously he won, and he won big and produced a lot of great players. So I'm excited to see how many more black coaches continue to climb up that ladder.
Absolutely. It's always good to have examples and heroes that we can look at that look like us in this game. And we still honor those that don't. But like you said, John Thompson, you actually put me onto that book, and the learning about him, and it opened my eyes to the impact that a coach can have just from being himself and standing up for something so he didn't fall for anything. Is the best way to put what John Thompson did. And he implemented that into his players, and you saw that in how they behaved once they got to the league or in their professional life as well. And that's the hope. The impact we have is just high school coaches or training up the youth on their way to college and so forth. Okay. Our last question, actually, Tarek told me to ask this question. He wasn't able to be here today. And so he asked, he said, who in the area is the best player or the toughest person to play against this upcoming year? Who do you see as that?
Wow. A lot of really good players in this area. You got that three-headed monster over there in Notre Dame. You got Harvard Westlake that's loaded. Sierra Canyon. The toughest player in the area. Off the top of my head, I'm going to probably go with Isaiah Elohim. Just his size, his speed, his skill, and his mentality. He's a monster to stop. And you don't really try to stop him. It's more of try to contain him. But, that list could go on and on. But that's the one that pops into my head right away. Tarek, this year, the Tarek curse is going to be broken at Campbell Hall. What I mean by the Tarek curse, every game that Tarek has come to, we lose. When he comes to watch us. So I'm putting it out there. Tarek, the curse is going to be broken this year.
Tarek, I'm going to need you to go to their first game. So it gets broken early in the season. Let this man win some games, please. Whatever you have over him, just let it be. And Steve, in speaking about your program, give me one word or one phrase that best describes your program. I think you already said it actually earlier, but I want you to tell us why that is.
Yeah. I think, talk about win ugly. That's kind of a theme for the season. Bring your own ego is a theme for the season. But in terms of the program as a whole, our motto, our mantra is A3E. And that stands for attitude, effort, energy, and execution. And so we want positive attitudes. We want maximum effort every day, high energy, and we got to be able to execute on both ends of the floor. So that's what sums up our program.
Awesome. So, Steve, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming and being a part of this event. We look for your team's growth and your growth over the next year. And just remember to elevate your game.
Thank you, man. All right, thank you. Appreciate you. Hopefully people are giving you your flowers, man. This is one of the best in the business at what he does and just a really good person. So thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
All right.